Hello, Capricorn. What's up? Welcome to your reading. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's have a look at what's going on in your love life. This is from the 7th to the 13th of July, 2025. Roles can be reversed anytime. So feel free to switch those energies, vice versa. So we're going to do a you versus them spread. Let's have a look at feelings, intentions, actions, you versus them. Okay. So Capricorn, it feels like, I don't know who this is, okay, but I think this is you. You don't know, you understand that there is a situation right now, Capricorn, in your life where you have weighed out your pros and cons. And if you've had a choice between two people, a lot of you want to let go of the old and move towards the new. Others of you, it's almost like you feel like, it's almost like you've made up your mind. Okay, you've made up your mind that a situation no longer serves you and it's time to speak your truth. It's time to speak your truth and it's time to walk away. However, the problem is that you're still staying invested into something that where like a situation is like gone. It's down the drain, money down the drain. It's like it was a waste of time. You know a situation was waste of time, okay? You're too hesitant. You're too hesitant on picking a new direction. You're too hesitant on moving towards something new, something fresh, something exciting, something adventurous. Your feelings are telling you, keep moving forward, like do what's good for you and be emotionally resilient, be emotionally independent. Don't be in a bad relationship only because you're scared to be alone. However, a part of you may think that even if there is a new situation headed towards you, right? A part of you may think that a part of you may be too scared to invest long term into something new, which is why you're staying where you are. Now, the person that you're dealing with, right? This person out here does not have the capabilities in them to love themselves. And because they don't have the capabilities to love themselves, they're depending on you to love them. This person is having a very hard time making themselves a priority. Okay, like in a good sense, like doing what is nurturing their soul, focusing on emotional fulfillment, focusing on spiritual fulfillment. This person is more focused on money, career, goals, materialism, etc. This person has a heavy dependency on you. Okay. I do feel this person is kind of coming off as very guarded and very disconnected. Okay, they could come off as very greedy also. So this person could be very greedy. This person could be very reliant and dependent on you or on a situation in their life. There are too many opportunities where they can come towards you correctly, but instead of coming towards you correctly, they think of like, okay, let me make a plan, let me make a plan, let me make a plan, let me make a plan. And even if they are making a plan, they are refusing to implement the plan or putting the plans into action. So yeah, they want to talk to you for sure, but for right now, they're being more of a runner. They're trying to run because they don't want to face the truth. They don't want to face the situation. They're being more avoidant right now. And you're like, you know what? Let's get this done. Let's just like, let's get this done. Let's finish this off. But this person's trying to run as much as they can, okay, from this situation. Some of you know, Capricorn, that there is a constant third party situation out here. Someone is constantly interfering in your connection, okay? Maybe there is a family member, a friend, or a third person, a third triangle, which is constantly interfering, okay? And a lot of you Capricorns feel the need to move towards stability, security, or to move towards someone more reliable. I mean, if the third party drops, then you're okay to be with this person. But if you feel that this person refuses to drop the third party, then you're okay to find new love, is what I'm getting. But your intentions are to kind of literally drop a third party situation, walk away because you feel like the party's over, all right? And you want to disconnect. Your intentions are to move towards new beginnings in love, to move towards new love, or to open yourself up to new meaningful connections, Capricorn, okay? Especially connections which hold long-term security and long-term potential. Now, talking about your person out here, right? This person still has intentions. I feel you're dealing with someone who is still married. Okay. So they have intentions to be obligated to obey the marriage, or stay in a commitment, or stay in a traditional relationship, or follow some rules and regulations. At least that's what they're stubborn on. Like, I have to follow the rules and regulations. I have to follow this commitment. I have to be obeying, blindly. And their intention is to still try and come back to you and take the situation back to where it was. Be it a third party situation, they still want to continue the third party. And or if there was no third party, they want to take the relationship back to how it was. But the truth is that they already know that there has been a fundamental change in your relationship. The relationship cannot go back to what it was in the past. But their intention is to come towards you, but still come towards you with restrictions, still come towards you with a selfish and self-centered motive, still come towards you with some kind of deceptive energy. I'm not saying deceptive energy is more like, kind of they want to hurt you, or they want to, like kind of be mean to you. Deceptive is more like, okay, I want to be with Capricorn, so I'm going to try and strategize my move towards Capricorn. So could be that this person tries to come up with a very, very good offer. Okay, they want to strategize and they want to come towards you with a very good offer that you can't say no to. That's what their intentions are. Yep. And this person kind of is 100% sure that you are not going to detect their lies. Now, before we move forward, if you need a person reading, you can email me on tarotwithnimo@gmail.com. Okay, let's talk about your action. Now, the funny part is that a situation is dead, done, and over with. Okay? A situation is over. Even though a situation is over, a part of you is still wanting to take action towards the past. A part of you is still rushing towards that ending. Okay, it's like, no, I still want to revive this dead connection. So Capricorn, I feel for a lot of you, you still want to revive a dead connection. A lot of you are still coming off as emotionally biased. A lot of you are still not being able to weigh out the pros and cons. You're not being fact oriented. You're coming off as emotionally very, very biased. You're not using your head. You're supposed to use your head. You're coming off as very emotional. Even if this person is coming towards you with whatever deceptive, sneaky energy, it looks like they get you. They get to you, Whatever you're standing strong in, Capricorn, looks like it's all breaking. You're giving up too fast, So if this person returns, when this person returns, looks like you're giving up too fast this week, Capricorn. Like, you need to stand your ground. You're having a hard time standing your ground. Why? Because either you don't know which are the best possibilities around you, or then overall you're not being logic driven. Logic says why you want to be with them. Logic says cut them out. But you are coming off as very emotional, and your emotions and your heart are telling you stay where you are. This is your comfort zone. Don't get out of this comfort zone. So Even though, like I said, something is over, you are feeling betrayed, backstabbed, cheated, lied to, a part of your heart is still wanting to rush back to that situation, which I see you doing by the end of the week. Even if you're not approaching them, if they approach you, you will still kind of go with the flow. Now, talking about this person, this is someone out here who is still too scared to be who they are. Okay? I feel you're dealing with someone out here who is still too scared to be who they are. This is someone who is not taking action towards you correctly. Okay? So they are dropping some kind of vulnerability, some kind of burdens, and coming towards you with a very casual energy. So for a lot of you, you can expect communication. Okay, they're communicating with you, they're dropping some kind of burdens and communicating with you, which means more like vulnerability. I feel they're dropping the vulnerability and they're wanting to be with you. However, like I said, the problem here is that they are still not being themselves. They are still not unapologetically being themselves. They are still too scared of what others will think. They are still not daring. They don't dare to be different. So when this person comes back, expect the same shit. Okay, there is no changes that they're making. I don't know, if you're not talking, the only change that is that they will communicate. But otherwise, if you are talking to them, agree, there will be communication, but nothing changes. Okay, it's still the same, because their main intention, like I said, their main goal is to put bandage on a gunshot wound. They're trying to fool you and they're trying to fool themselves that they still have the power to get this connection back to what it was, even though everything has drastically crumbled. They refuse to accept that unexpected change. Okay, they can't digest the change. So they don't even want to rebuild with you from scratch, and they don't even want to let you go.